Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am Susan, and I am your hostess, and we were out on my stoop, y'all, of all places to be. But my husband filled up 2 planters for me, and the chickens have already been digging in it. They've already dug out some of the dirt. But we bought a quality potting soil, and I'm going to show you what we're going to plant in these today. I got to move stuff around. We're going to make this into a little mini greenhouse because we still may have some cold temperatures coming, and I will show you what I'm using to cover these and at the end of this. But we went to Aldi's and they carry this. This is an organic ginger. You do not want to use ginger that you buy in the grocery stores because they spray something on them, some type of hormone to keep the seeds from the roots from producing. But this is 100% ginger. I forget how much we paid for it. It is a product of Peru. And in this ginger, I had 3 good size pieces, and you can already see that it's starting to come a plant out of this. I've had it sitting in my house for about 2 weeks out in the air just to let it do whatever it's going to do. And we're going to plant this ginger root. And there's another piece. You want some good sized pieces, and I could actually break this one in half and make 2 plants out of it. This one has not started. Well, it has some little nodules on the very tips of it. But you're going to plant this in your flower pot or whatever planter that you want to put this in. You want this cut side down, this side up, and you're going to plant it about 2 to 3 inches underneath the soil. So you want to dig a pretty good size hole in order to get the ginger root in there. And I'm going to plant 2 in one and 1 in the other. I don't have gardening gloves on today. I could not find my gardening gloves. I don't know what I did with them last year, but you're going to dig a pretty deep hole, and you're going to actually plant these about 6 inches apart or a little more if you can, depending on your planter. This is about 12 inches across, these planters, and we picked these up at a yard sale and paid 25 cents a piece for them. So I'm going to take this bigger root, we're going to plant it by itself. You're going to stand it up straight into your planter like that, and you're going to cover it with 2 to 3 inches of dirt, and you're going to pat it down pretty good. And I need to actually move some of the dirt off this one and make sure that this is really covered up good. And I will also be refilling that pot. So we're going to get as much soil as we can. And you also want a soil that's aerated, that has these little aerated pieces in it, and some gravel in the bottom or a drainage hole in the bottom of your pots. So I can dig down and feel about how deep that is. About 2 to 3 inches of soil on top, so that's good for this one. This one I'm going to go ahead and get it ready to go. And I know it's kind of hard to see down inside the pot, but again, I'm going to plant these cut side down, standing straight up in my pot. And you can push it down in there a little bit, but you don't want to break them. And I'm going to plant the other one over on the other side. And we're going to get some potting soil and fill this in. Definitely need a shower tonight after handling all this potting soil. So I'm going to get a couple of pots of potting soil, get this filled up. We're going to water this, and then I'm going to cover it to keep my chickens out of it, and also to protect it from the cold weather that might come. So I've just about got enough soil in here. I'm just patting it down, pressing it down in the pot, and making sure that it is firm in the pot. Now I have got some wide painter's tape that I'm going to use, and hopefully this will hold. If not, I've got some stronger tape that I can use, but I'm going to water these and give them a good dousing of water. Okay, that part is done. I'm using the Space Saver vacuum bags. It's the largest bag, large size bag, and I'm going to use these over the pot. So we're going to start with this back pot first, and hopefully I can get enough air in the bag to make this work. And I'm going to pull it down as far as I can on my pot just to cover it, and then I'm going to take the bag and hopefully it will stand up straight. So I'm using this actually for the opposite of what you would use these vacuum seal bags for. I want this to be on my pot as good as possible, and that will heat up during the day, and it will keep those roots nice and warm and help them to bud on out. Y'all, this is the first time I am planting ginger root, so I'm hoping this works, and I think this is on there fairly good. I'm going to get the other bag. So basically, again, I'm just flipping the bag over the pot. And I'm going to get it to stand up as much as possible. This one didn't get as much air in it, I don't think. But anyway, we're going to get it taped up, and it's going to act like a little mini greenhouse for the ginger root. And if the weather gets really bad, I will just bring these pots in the house and take care of them in there until the weather warms up enough. But we should start seeing some shoots coming up, hopefully in the next week or two, and we will be starting our own ginger and no more buying from the store. And I will be dehydrating my own ginger powder and using the fresh ginger root in many of my cooking dishes and so forth. So really good way to do this. I ordered these online off of Amazon. It was a big box deal that I got. Very inexpensive compared to going to the store and buying these. But if you need a little mini greenhouse or a way to keep your chickens from pecking at stuff, this might be the perfect solution for you. I'm just going to make sure that that is good and taped, and that is ready to go and grow. Now we may have to move these. I've got them in a shaded area of our property. I do believe that ginger does not grow in full sun, but I have to double check that. And we may move these underneath one of our trees in our yard or somewhere that is shaded in our yard and let them allow to grow in the pot. Now, this is a potting soil that is indoor or outdoor use. It is a fairly decent brand, so we're hoping that It has enough nutrients in it. We will be supplementing if we need to. But that's it for today. I hope that you are inspired by this. Go to Aldi's and find some organic ginger root and get it planted at your house. And see if you can't raise some ginger along with me. That's my challenge to you. May you be fully blessed.